to Hypnosis Today, the nation's first web TV talk show that explores the fascinating world of hypnotherapy. Hello, my name is Lisa Mackenberg, and I'll be your host, covering a wide variety of subjects to help you understand the power of the subconscious mind and how hypnosis is being used today to help people achieve success, happiness, and prosperity. It is my pleasure to introduce my two guests. Well, my first guest is Jillian Farnkoff. Now, Jillian is an honors graduate of HMI College of Hypnotherapy. She is a sergeant in the Army National Guard. She is certified in hypnosis and post-traumatic stress disorder. And she has, as her very special guest, her client, Lee Shode. Now, Lee Shode came to visit Jillian for a very particular phobia, and I'm going to let her explain. Please help me welcome my guests. Now, Lee Shode, I want to start with you. Why did you come in for hypnotherapy?
As a little kid, I have a big fear of clowns, which was really embarrassing and hard growing up dealing with that.
Now, when you had a fear of clowns, it's not something that most people find that can be problematic, but did it become a problem in your life, so much so that it was time to get some help?
Yes, as a matter of fact, it became a problem when I was on Santa Monica Pier and I hit one.
With your car?
No, with my fist, I'm sorry.
You attacked a clown on Santa Monica Pier?
Yes, yes.
Can you tell us about that?
It started as a kid, growing up. I went to a circus and, I just seen a big white face coming at me, and it really, I don't know why it startled me so much as a kid, but it did. And now that I have daughters growing up, I want to do things with them, like go to the circus and take them, and I can't because of this. I don't like clowns. It
seemed annoying but not problematic until there was an incident.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about the incident?
Yeah. One day walking on the pier with my daughter and my husband, there was a clown standing on the side juggling. I seen him, and I was going to walk the other way, but he actually started to come towards me, and I startled and hit him and took off running. And I could have gotten into a lot of trouble for that. So I figured I might probably need to go and see somebody about this.
Anytime there is a fear or a phobia that begins to interfere with your life or put you or other people in danger, that's when you knew you needed to get help. Why a hypnotherapist?
At first, I wasn't sure. I really didn't believe in hypnotherapy at all. And a friend told me about Jillian and said that I should just try to give it a try because I didn't think that it was so bad, but they did. I didn't think that it was that big of a problem, but they did.
Well, certainly. And sometimes we say, well, it wasn't such a big deal, but your friend or people who are objective see it was a big deal.
Yeah.
Jillian, tell me a little bit about dealing with a phobia like this.
Well, actually, Lisa, this wasn't a phobia, it's a fear, and the difference between the two is that a fear has a known origin, and she knows when the fear started, so that's why we would classify it as a fear.
Would you agree with that?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so what kind of a treatment plan would you make for something that there was not only a feeling of fight or flight, the rapid heartbeat, but there could also be some sort of an event or an outburst?
We actually use circle therapy.
Circle therapy instead of systematic desensitization.
Yes.
Can you tell us the difference?
Systematic desensitization is where you would take an individual and walk them through the process, but not bring up the feeling at all. And we would use those in phobias. It can be used in fear as well. But we use circle therapy, and what I do with my clients with circle therapy is I first make sure that they understand that no two feelings of an opposite nature can occupy the same space.
Does that make sense to you that you couldn't feel afraid and calm at the same time?
Absolutely. Even when you try to, no, it's impossible.
Okay. So where do we go next?
Next, I take the client into a very deep state of relaxation, and I use something called an idiomotor response. And when they're in the state of hypnosis and they're relaxed, I ask them to raise their index finger to indicate that they're feeling relaxed. So as soon as they raise their index finger, that indicates that they're feeling relaxed. And I have them start to relive and bring up those feelings by experiencing it in their mind.
Now, the original feeling or the incident that brought her in?
It depends on the situation.
Which did you use when you wanted to bring up that fear most profoundly?
I used the Santa Monica incident.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah.
All right, so now she brings up the Santa Monica incident, the feeling, and then the aftermath, and all of those negative hyperarousal feelings that she had. And then what?
Then as soon as she starts to feel them, then I tell her to pass that feeling, bring her back into a state of deep relaxation, using the ideomotor response once again to indicate that she's feeling relaxed.
And you call it circle therapy because you do it over and over and over again.
Yes.
How can you tell when your client has vented out enough of the fear and the feelings around the incident that it will no longer trigger your client in a real life situation? Like if she encountered a clown again someplace else unexpectedly.
Well, I start by the first time that I have them bring it up, I watch their physiological changes in their body. It could be shallow breathing, it could be tension in the shoulders. In her instance, her fists tightened up. And I watch those, and I have to be very observant of those cues. Each time the client will bring up those feelings, I watch, have them pass it and watch. And as they start to vent it out, those physiological changes will appear less and less. And once I don't notice them, then I know they've vented enough.
Can you describe your experience during this circle therapy process?
Yes, it was very relaxing, very calm. I was fully alert. I almost felt like I was sleeping, but I can hear everything that's going on around me. And I enjoy it a lot because I was so relaxed. I was so relaxed, and it's gotten a lot easier since then to be able to see one now. I love the relax. It's easy for me to sit now and be in the presence of one without freaking out. So yeah,
Okay.
what she does works.
So let me go through this just a little more deeply. I want to explore it. So when you were in Jillian's hypnotherapy chair, and she asked you to bring up the incident, were you able to get the rapid heartbeat, the shallow breathing?
Yes.
And then were you able to pass it because you
Yes.
had? Okay.
Yes.
And then now, can you go to Santa Monica?
Oh, absolutely.
Can
Yeah.
you go to, all right, you put your feet to the fire, can you go to the circus?
Absolutely. Yes, I can sit now with my daughter and enjoy it. I don't feel as weird. What she's done is she's made it where she's bringing me to a place where they're not attacking me. And that was a big fear. And she's bringing me to a place in my mind where they're not here to hurt me. They're just here to do a job. And it's a world of difference what she does. I really enjoy it.
You know the question everyone has, are you here to hurt them?
Oh, no. No, I promise. No, I enjoy it, and I would like to keep doing it, actually.
What other things have you learned in hypnotherapy now that you're over your fear of clowns?
A lot of different things, actually. We don't have the time.
Yeah.
Hypnotherapy, I would suggest it to people who might not know any other way of dealing with something, because I would have never tried this before.
So did you come for Jillian or did you come for the hypnotherapy?
I came for the hypnotherapy, but I absolutely adore Jillian. She's awesome at what she does.
I want to ask, let's say that Lee Shode is someplace and unexpectedly she sees a clown. Did you give Lee Shode any anchors to use when this comes up unexpectedly?
Yes.
Can you describe them?
What I do with most of my clients is I give them an anchor where they take their index finger and their thumb, place them together, and take 3 deep breaths, and those will signal them to snap out of fight-flight. And as they exhale, they think in their mind or say out loud the word calm.
Have you used this?
Yes, it works. And it works for more than just clowns.
That was my next question. Yes. When have you used it, not with clowns, but with anything else that puts you into a state of fight or flight?
If anybody has kids, yeah, I use it a lot with my daughter. It's okay, you know, because she's 12, and, you know, if she's anything like me, it's going to be.
Oh, you're preaching to the choir. I have twin 15-year-olds and a 13-year-old.
God
and those,
bless you.
Yeah, those teenagers.
Yeah.
So you can be calm in any parenting situation?
Yes.
And you learn that from the fear of the cloud,
yes.
or the clowns.
Yes. Actually, if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have learned it at all, honestly. So it's a method that works.
You had some preconceptions about hypnosis. You said that you didn't think it worked. Can you tell
Right.
me a little bit about that?
Coming from my family to hear stuff like this, you know, you'd watch shows and you'd see people, and you know, I watched Sylvia Brown and like that, and oh, you know, these people are all full of it, you know, they don't know. And when I actually had the opportunity to try it, I was surprised and I was amazed, because my mind, I'm not closed-minded, I'm open-minded, but I didn't think that that was going to work, and it did.
So what would you say to someone who comes from like a family like yours where they've seen some of the stage hypnosis or they think it's not real? What would you say to that person?
Be open-minded and give it a try. Definitely give it a whirl. It's not here for no reason, so that means it's working somewhere. Yeah.
That is beautiful. I love that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Jillian, everyone's going to want to know more about the difference between fears and phobias and how to treat both of them. Certainly people are going to want to know about hypnosis and post-traumatic stress disorder. And you can reach Jillian Farnkoff, I got it right, Jillian
Yes.
Farnkoff at hmigrads.com. Well, we're going to take a short break. But I want to thank my guests Jillian and Lee Shode for being a guest on my show. Please stay tuned, because when we come back, we're going to meet another HMI grad and his client to talk about improving sports performance with hypnotherapy. Stay tuned. We have a lot more coming up for you on Hypnosis Today. Welcome to Hypnosis Today, the nation's first web TV talk show that explores the fascinating world of hypnotherapy. Hello, my name is Lisa Mackenberg, and I'll be your host, covering a wide variety of subjects to help you.
And hard growing up dealing with that.
Now, when you had a fear of clowns, it's not something that most people find that can be problematic, but did it become a problem in your life, so much so that it was time to get some help?
Yes, as a matter of fact, it became a problem when I was on Santa Monica Pier and I hit one.
With your car?
No, with my fist, I'm sorry.
You attacked a clown and Santa Monica Pier.
Yes, yes.
Can you tell a very special guest, her client, Lee Shode. Now, Lee Shode came to visit Jillian for a very particular phobia, and I'm going to let her explain. Please help me welcome my guests. Now, Lee Shode, I want to start with you. Why did you come in for hypnotherapy?
As a little kid, I have a big fear of clowns, which was really embarrassing.
Understand the power of the subconscious mind and how hypnosis is being used today to help people achieve success, happiness, and prosperity. It is my pleasure to introduce my two guests. Well, my first guest is Jillian Farnkoff. Now, Jillian is an honors graduate of HMI College of Hypnotherapy. She is a sergeant in the Army National Guard. She is certified in hypnosis and post-traumatic stress disorder. And she has, as her, tell us about that?
It started as a kid, growing up. I went to a circus, and, you know, I just seen a big white face coming at me, and it really, you know, I don't know why it startled me so much as a kid, but it did. And now that I have daughters growing up, I want to do things with them, like go to the circus and take them, and I can't because of this. I don't like clowns.
It seemed annoying but not problematic until there was an incident.